Olympics are going, right? Well, I don't know if you've heard this headline coming out of the Games, but the Olympic officials have actually banned Ukrainian skeleton racer Vladyslav Heraskevych from wearing a specific helmet. This is the helmet. It's got images of Ukrainian athletes. Yeah, you're seeing images of Ukrainian athletes that were actually killed in Russian attacks in Ukraine. He cannot wear this in competition. This is some of his training footage. So the International Olympic Committee said it defies a ban on political speech. So this was a rule laid out in the Olympic Charter, and that he can wear a black armband instead of that helmet. So, Andrea, should that helmet be banned in competition?
Wow. I like the way I got served up to a crowd that does not agree with me. Okay, so first of all, let me just read the rule out loud for you guys.
Yeah,
it's 50.2 of the IOC, right? And it says, no kind of demonstration or political, religious, or racial propaganda is permitted in any Olympic sites, venues, or other areas. Now, I know that sounds very broad and general, but I think what the IOC is trying to do is make sure that everybody is always focused on the athletes. Let's be real. Over the years, in many Olympics, there's always been some kind of political strife or something really horrible going on, and they've tried their best to be very neutral. And I think what they're trying to do is make sure that, I know it's very tempting for an athlete to use this platform. Everybody's watching. But I think what they're trying to do is make sure that everybody is focused on the athletes and what they are doing. What I would like to do instead of him wearing that helmet, what I enjoy is when the commentators who are covering these events let me know the significance of this person. This is a Ukrainian athlete. This is what's happened. You know, they're here and they're wearing a black armband, and this is to commemorate the soldiers that they've lost and their family. I prefer it in that way. So in that way, I agree with the IOC. I know you guys won't agree with me, but I like the focus. And also, when I
be the rule.
Yeah,
Sure.
when I tune into sports, when I tune into the Olympics, I just want to see the Olympics. I just want to see different countries competing against themselves and see the best of those athletes.
Okay, what do you think, Jully?
It's kind of, for me, there's a difference between, something that's political and then activism. Right?
Okay.
Right? And so, yes, to your point, you're using this broad stage to make a point. I also feel that, did you consult with the families? What if it's triggering? Just what if?
That's
the
athlete himself. Okay.
Yeah.
Right? So we're going out there and we're wearing this and we're like, yeah, we want to show these other. But what about the families? Did you get so beyond the rules? There's a sentiment, there's a heart, there's a compassion, there's a consideration that for me, it's not up to us to always be the one to rah-rah on behalf. Let their souls rest. And to your point, talk about it when you can. Yeah. Play your sport, win for your country, and be an Olympian.
Yeah. What do you think, Jess?
That's power.
What do you think?
Something you should know about me, I love rules. I love when someone tells the rules, they put them out front, and then I love following rules. I don't like breaking them. And I wonder here if the problem isn't with the helmet, it's the vagueness of the rules. Because the rules that I read, it said, and I wanted to be like, I believe in rules, I believe in rules. It said no advertising, no political slogans, no discriminatory elements, and it must pass safety regulations. And so when I look at this helmet, I'm like, oh, check. Check, and check.
The rules are general.
Because it's a political slogan. That's not, a political slogan is just do it. I'm being facetious, but it's not pictures of fallen soldiers on your helmet. So that was where I was tripping up. Because again, I love rules. Just make them clearer.
Yeah. But I think
the IOC has to probably follow its own rules. Here's why he should be allowed to compete with it, because the IOC has already made this political. You know what country is not allowed to compete at the Olympics? Russia. Who made that rule?
Point. That's
the
an excellent
IOC.
point. Yeah.
You made it political. You made it political. You know what else?
Fired.
You know what else?
What else?
So this is not the first time. If you're going to have a rule, they've got to really make it clear. So same thing. The reason why Afghanistan was not allowed to compete in the 2000 Olympics in Sydney, because of their discriminatory treatment of women and girls in Afghanistan. What is the IOC's business in telling the Taliban you can't treat your girls? Of course, we all believe that that should not be allowed. But that is why they banned Afghanistan. Throughout the entire stretch of apartheid in South Africa, South Africa was banned from participating in the Olympics. That is political. So IOC, make up your mind.
Arguably, even a flag or an anthem can be political.
Yeah.
Very, very tricky.
Yeah.
Hey, we solved that kind of.
Of course we did.
Dating, huh? It can be a chore. So why not kill two birds with one stone and run some errands together? According According to Psychology Today, choremancers can show you what someone is like at their very core and lead to deeper, more authentic connection. So is choremancing? That's what we're calling
Choremancing.
it.
Choremancing.
Is it good? Do we like it? Do you like it?
Interesting.
Wow. I'm actually very, very pleased to see how many men in the audience are actually, you know,
I know why.
You know what?
I know why.
Why are you
I know why the men like the chore man. You know why the men like the chore man?
Why?
Because when we in our panties and we're in the kitchen and we sweeping and all that, and the man
that how you do your
yes, I do my chores. I do my chores in my panties and my G-string, and my husband likes the chore man.
Let me just
that's
make
why I
some notes
understand.
here.
That's why the men are
You and I are doing our thing.
It's not a lot louder. Okay, well, that is quite the image.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the kids are clocking it.
Clocked it.
Do not kill me.
Clocked it. I wish y'all could see everybody clocking it.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Thank you, Jully, for the image that none of us will get out of our minds
that's
the
right.
rest of the day. I do not do my chores in my bikini underwear. I'm sorry.
You should start.
I'm really. I know. No, here's what I should start.
the booty.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for that. The reason why I love this idea instead of like your regular let's go to the movies for a date is because
it's free.
No, it's not free. It's because if you are in a straight relationship, too many women are finding out too late that their partner doesn't know how to do laundry, doesn't know how to cook, doesn't know how to balance the checkbook, doesn't know how to clean out the garbages. So to me, choremancing is a great litmus test to happen very quick out of the gate because the statistics still show that if you are two working people in a relationship, the woman is still doing the vast majority of the chores after work. It's called the second shift, and I quit.
You know what? I know. You know what's so interesting? I thought it was very interesting to see the number of men who were clapping really hard. And I'd like to say this. This needs to be normalized. We are asking, when we go on first dates, we're asking questions that are so stupid. What's your favorite color? Who cares?
Right.
Yeah. Stop sending pictures of your genitalia. You wanna turn me on? Show me video of you loading a dishwasher.
Sexy.
Let's go. Let me see you. Let me see you make a bed.
Make a
Let
bed.
me see your pillow with the pillowcase off. How yellow is that pillow?
How about-
I need to see those types of things.
Let's put the duvet in the duvet cover.
If you could do that by yourself. Like there are things that are real that when you get into a real relationship, those are the things that matter. It doesn't matter whose team that he's voting for in the Super Bowl. It's like, can you do these real things? Let me see you sweep. Are you getting in the corners? Or are you just going with a weak hand around the room?
Baseboards.
Most importantly, which way they're putting the toilet paper roll. You could marry a monster if you didn't find that out early on.
And we know there's only one way.
See it at the same time. This way. I see that part.
Not under.
You know what? The Canadian education system is working. Over.
All right, let's dive into our next topic. The Guardian is reporting on what's called longevity fixation syndrome, an unofficial diagnosis for an anxiety-driven obsession among people who want to live as long as possible. For instance, they spoke to a 40-year-old man who's monitored his diet, exercise, and biomarkers so rigorously that he had a mental breakdown. So the question is, Jully, I'm going to throw this one at you. Has the longevity fixation gotten out of control?
So it can mess with your mental. Like I'm on this sleep thing now where I'm like, oh, I have sleep debt. I had the ring on and all the things. Took off the ring, only wear this ring now. But I went somewhere. You wanna? I have an example of.
Okay.
I just want to show y'all.
Yes! That's all I can do.
I tried.
Is that where your longevity fixation stopped?
That's
You
where
know
it
what?
stopped. You know what I mean?
Did you pick up a broom after that? Is that what you look like when you're cleaning your house?
That's why my house is spotless.
Yeah,
Okay.
anyway, okay.
No, but I think that we want to live a long, optimal, active life, yeah? That's the whole goal. But our grannies and them weren't stressed out about it, weren't obsessed about it.
You're right.
Right? And they were walking to get their food. They were having conversations. They were kinesthetic. They were touch and feel. We're on
Cooking
this.
real food.
Right? We're looking at the markers and the data.
Yeah.
And then we die. Right?
Right, you're not wrong. All of the indicators of longevity seem to be that sort of thing that you're describing our ancestors having done, like which is good sleeping, good eating, good movement,
Just living your
and,
life.
and good, good
That's
communication. Not this kind on the phone, but person to person.
Correct.
And you're totally. You just sort of blew my mind. It didn't occur to me that it's one way in which we've moved backwards. Maybe.
I think, I don't know if I can speak personally for a second, but I got into this. I don't know if I got this, which was a mental disorder about it, but did I get disordered thinking about longevity? I sure did. And for me, it started in the pandemic. A lot of us, when we were stuck at home, we started to think about life and death because there were a lot of people dying during the pandemic. And there were a lot of vulnerable people dying. It was older people. It was people who already had pre-existing conditions. And so we were at home and we were probably listening and looking at our body in a way that we hadn't thought about before. And I started to get very quickly into a place of like, I must live forever. How can I biohack my way to 100? And I've even joked about it on the show a lot. And we all want to live a long life. We all want to live a healthy life.
That's right.
But there are extremes in anything anybody does. And I was one of those people. I do want to use this opportunity to say this, that you can save yourself a lot of money and expensive pee if you just do the basics that you just said, Jess, which is sleep well, eat well, try to cook your food, have really great friendships, you know, have some sex.
Why is it
That's
weird?
weird.
You know? It's really simple. So
Yeah,
I
have
just
some
want to say,
sex.
I was taken down a road by people who are profiting
That's right.
off of our anxiety to live a long
Can
time.
we talk about those
Those people, there was somebody who is not a medical doctor. I want to say I believe in science and I believe in medicine. There was someone who was not an MD who I entrusted with my health. And at one point I was taking more than 20 supplements a day in the pursuit of longevity.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, supplements have a place if you work with your doctor and for a very specific reason. Otherwise, supplements are untested, unregulated pharmaceuticals. And I'm going to tell you something. When I went to my doctor, my actual doctor, and I said, oh, my gut's all messed up, things are all messed up, my skin's all messed up. And then she said to me, what are you doing? And then I told her, she said, bring in everything that you're taking. I did blood work, and I had terrible liver damage. The healthiest girl that I thought in the world by untested, unregulated supplements, okay? So what I'm saying is a PSA, do the basics. You do not have to spend $1 million to live to 100. You can do it with the stuff we already have right now.
Okay. First of all,
That's really good.
I want to thank you for that transparency
That's really
because I
good.
think there are probably a lot of people out there who are pursuing that same longevity and they're making those same mistakes. I have more questions than I have opinions about this because this doesn't affect me. I'm more like, I want a quality life over quantity. I don't want to be the last of my friends alive.
Right.
I took care of my father before he passed away and it just kind of opened my eyes about what the quality of life that you want. But I'm curious as to, like, there are a lot of podcasters, a lot of guests on these podcasts who are spewing out all this information about supplements, but I'm curious as, and you kind of mentioned it, why aren't people going to their GP first and asking questions before they order the supplements and put all of these things in their body?
Well, we all know this is not a mystery. There's a lot of suspicion about institutions in general.
Right.
The big thing on social media is all the things your doctor's not telling you.
Yeah.
And there is such a mistrust
That's so
of
dangerous.
science.
Yeah.
This is why I think we're in a vaccine epidemic and measles has come back. People are questioning the very institution that has increased lifespan. If you have a cancer diagnosis, they are even curing some forms of cancer. We are questioning the very institutions whose job it is to make us live healthier and longer. And we're going into pseudoscience. And I hate to say this, they prey on a lot of women.
Especially
They
with
prey
this
on a lot of women.
perimenopause
Because we do, listen, my whole thing is aging powerfully. I do believe that you can have a long and a healthy life at the same time. I want to be around for my grandkids. I want to be around for my great-grandkids. I'm not abandoning the pursuit. But to believe that's in an expensive supplement?
I know.
So here's the deal. So here's the question.
It's
So, here's my other question. you can't spew that kind of information on like traditional broadcasters. There are rules and regulations.
Yeah.
So do you think it is time for all of these podcasters, YouTube, TikTok,
be regulated.
to be regulated and have a disclaimer? It's like the information you're about to hear and have something legal said so people know. It's like, don't just take this person as a word of God. Go talk to your doctor first. Do you think it's time for that?
Your doctor.
Because it sounds like it's time for that.
Or for vitamins and supplements to be regulated.
Yeah,
There's
that
that as
too.
well.
But I think I'm just gonna eat sardines.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
also sardines.
Apparently sardines is where it's
Sardines
at.
and a good thong, and
There
you're
it
good
is.
to go.
Sardines and a good thong, we're good to go.
Yeah. I want to go back to something you said, Jully, because I think this is what really crystallized it for me, is that if you look at some of the nonnas and the nonos and the grandparents who live in Greece and Japan who are living to 100 in the blue zones.
Without trying.
Guess what? They're not doing the cold plunges.
No.
They're not doing green smoothies.
They're not counting
They're
their
not
sleep.
doing supplements. You know what they're doing? The basics. They are connected in all the ways that have allowed us. We used to live to 50 once upon a time. Medicine and science have now allowed us to live to maybe to 100. And it's not in a silver bullet. It is all, you know, you can be a vegan and die of loneliness.
That's
Did you know
right.
that?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
It's all of our behaviors.
And the most important
together.
thing is farm to table, the way that we eat and what we eat.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the reason why a lot of our grandparents lived a long time.
yeah.
The garbage that is in our food, we need to pay more attention to that
Yeah,
instead of the
that's right.
supplements and all the
Stop
other
eating from
factors.
people.
So,
Okay, so there was a Super Bowl ad. There was that little game a couple days ago. There was a big Super Bowl ad, and it starred Tiffany Haddish and NBA player Ben Simmons. Simmons or Simmons?
Simmons.
Simmons, thank you.
Travison and all that.
Yeah,
What's going on?
Travis, you know.
Simons.
You know who else was in it? Offset and also influencer Kayla Nicole. Now, they're all making waves for appearing to take a bit of a dig, specifically at Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Okay. So the ad is a fake marketing campaign for a firm that helps people, quote, get excommunicated after a bad breakup. So since Kayla Nicole dated Travis Kelce for almost 5 years, her clip in particular is getting all the attention. So do we love this commercial or is this a cheap shot, Jully?
Ooh.
Cheap
That
shot?
is, not just cheap shot, it's desperate.
Yeah.
It is thirsty.
Yep.
It is embarrassing.
For
It
who?
is for the Kayla homegirl. Move on already. Move on. Like she was no for real. Like I want to know how much they paid her. And that bag.
Would that change your mind?
No. That bag,
If it was a lie?
Because it better pay her like her kids.
That money.
College tuition. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm with
Yeah,
you.
it's
You-
embarrassing.
And you know what? Go ahead. No,
It's
I agree with
embarrassing.
you because you know what? It seems hypocritical because when Taylor and Travis started dating and that whole brouhaha, and the Taylor Swift fans descended upon Kayla Nicole's social media with all kinds of horrible comments, including racist one. She was very vocal on all the podcasts that she went on saying, listen, this is their relationship. I just want to move on with my life. You guys this is not right. And then for you to say all of that and then turn around and participate in a commercial like this sounds hypocritical. And this is why we can't rock with you. If you really want to move on and you really want to win, what you need to do is get yourself another job, do something great, get yourself another relationship, and move forward. That's how you win.
I mean, I'm going to be a little facetious, but is that the American way?
Do you know what the American way is in my mind?
I don't. Let me ask my
First of
American
all-
man because
First of all, it would be a better ad. And second of all, I know living well is the best revenge, but don't you want her to have a little bit of petty, like pretty woman, big mistake kind of revenge?
No.
You know what else too? You know
Just
what else
a
too?
little bit.
You know what else too? Why did they embarrass Offset? Why is it the woman, like Cardi B's off with Stefan and whoever doing her thing?
Well, that's
Why's
kinda-
Offset chilling back there? The women are always getting shamed. It's ridiculous.
But
Like,
she
stop-
signed up for that, though.
Well,
She signed up. It's not like it's jury duty. She signed up for this. So it's like, I'm asking
All
her.
them men, all of them have exes. Tiffany Haddish got Carmen off with somebody.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Offset got Cardi B off with somebody.
Yeah.
So everybody's off with
I just
somebody.
hope she feels better and she got a big paycheck.
So do I. Okay, Jully, I was going to mention a famous person who makes millions of dollars writing about all her exes. But anyway, Jully, this is not you. Oh, or maybe you have. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. I don't want to get too personal. I want to get too
Oh, you
personal.
can. We family. Hello.
Okay, we are. Okay, you are hitting the road, Jully,
Yes.
because you are going on a 13-city national tour to mark Black History Month and Women's History Month.
Yep.
Okay, there are all the dates. Tell us
Take
about...
a picture of the screen, okay,
Yes,
Centennial?
screen
I
grab.
want all of you in the house. Canada, I want all of you in the house. The world, I want all of you in the house.
So tell us a little bit about what fans can expect?
Exactly what you experienced today. Vulnerability, honesty, jokes, a little bit of emotion. You know, we need to get out there. We need to be kinesthetic. You spoke about the pandemic. We've been locked inside. Canadians know how to parker up.
Yes,
Put on
we
your
do.
parka, okay? Pull up your car. And come to a Jully Black show. Not to mention, I get we're talking about the millions and the Swifties and all the things. Canadian artists, let's support the Made in Canada. Okay? Really and truly. It isn't just about buying the local lettuce. Let's support the local Jully Black.
Yes. That's the line.
That is good.
That's your line.
promo.
Come through. Come through. So tap in.
So good.
Yeah.
Yes, tap in. Let's support it.
Well, Jully, this was so much fun.
Yes.
I don't even know what else to say. Good luck on the tour.
Thank you.
Thank you for
We'll see
joining
you.
us as always.
Thank
It's
you.
called the Jully Black Live Experience. It kicks off tomorrow. Hey, Burlington, she's coming to you first.
Coming to you first.
And it will be wrapping up March 13th in Regina. And you can find out more information. There's a link to grab tickets at jullyblack.ca/events. It is on the screen. Support Canadian talent. Not just money.